So in Lost Records, you're all about Nora and want to know how to get that maximum score with her by the end of tape 2. First love status in 1995, and not only Reconnected, but the best possible ending you can get with Nora. Well, great, because that's what we're doing in this video. I'm going to show you that and all of the possible hearts you can get with Nora in tape 2. If by the end of tape 1, your status isn't something more with them, definitely check out my tape 1 romance score with Nora to see how you could boost that up to something more. And technically you could start with BFFs. You just want to really make sure you're on the high end of BFFs. So I recommend going back to tape 1, boosting that up to something more before you get started here.
Whoa.
Okay, let's get started in 2022, scene 2, The Lock.
What is it?
Right away, definitely pick We Should Talk About Kat. While Nora doesn't like this response,
There's nothing to say. Or nothing good.
and the positive heart might only go to Autumn, it does open up more conversation, which gives Nora points.
It was horrifying.
The rest of the scene has a lot of negatives and positives and neutral points, and it's really hard to tell which one goes to either Autumn or Nora because there are so many different factors and that go into the statuses and the checkpoints. So for this first one, Kat was chasing her dreams is definitely the safest for both. It's a positive heart, and based on their responses, it feels like it would be a heart for both of them.
You're right about that.
She always had a lot of conviction.
It feels like it was worth it for her is a positive for Nora and a negative for Autumn.
I would have done anything for her.
Yeah. Me too.
And the concert was a nightmare has only a positive. It's definitely a positive for Nora because it validates her feelings.
I felt like such an idiot.
I think it's still just safest to say Kat was chasing her dreams here. All the options you have next will give positive hearts. Again, going with the safest option, I feel like
She'd be happy that we came together.
is probably the best for both of them. But really, any of these are probably fine for Nora and Autumn. None of these are going to make or break your score at the end, and they're all positive hearts anyway, no negatives.
Remember us.
After reading the note,
It's from Kat.
it's almost like Kat is still here is the only option with positive points. Nora responds here, so it's definitely a positive for her.
It's her.
Kat.
And then when Nora needs a break, definitely answer, we need you, Nora.
Wait, Nora. We need you.
And last in the scene, it's just you and Autumn after Nora leaves. So you'd think the points would only go to Autumn, but if you pick, we'll open it with or without here, it's clear that Autumn gets a positive and Nora gets a negative.
Agreed.
So don't pick that one. Because it's showing that Nora can still get points without her being in the room, I also wonder if saying she's overwhelmed is a positive for Nora and not Autumn, because you're standing up for Nora here, and Autumn kind of answers in a neutral way, kind of too neutral for a positive heart to me.
That's fair.
Either way, that's the safest one to pick, I think, for Nora. Just my opinion, though. Again, these points in this scene were the hardest to figure out because it's furthest away from any checkpoints, and there really were difficult kind of indications of who is for who. So use your best judgment on these ones. Okay, enough with the ambiguity. Let's get some definitely known points in scene 3, Alone Again. Not only do we have a lot of point opportunities in this scene, we also have some delicious romance checkpoints here. Check out the tape 2 romance checkpoint video for more on those, and also how having a very close relationship score in this scene can kind of live action change things up while you're in the scene. Okay, but back to the highest scores. First up, go over and talk to Twiglet.
Hi, Twiglet.
Choose I wish Nora was here, of course.
I wish Nora was here.
Then score some more points with Nora by calling her. Make sure to call her first or second. If you wait till the third call, then Swan's mom will interrupt and you won't be able to go through with the call at all.
Is Nora home?
Nora can't come to the phone right now. Sorry.
So first choose either I can't wait a week or please, she's my best friend for a positive heart.
Can't I just talk to her for a minute?
Then here, Nora's dad will respond, and he'll only let her come to the phone if you have a relationship score that's BFFs or above.
Jeez. Fine.
Swan! I knew you'd call.
Assuming you get through to her, you may see some different options depending on earlier choices. Regardless, pick no, but are you okay for the only positive.
He's shipping me off to my mom's for a week.
Next, while I'm worried about Kat gives a positive heart, for the romance path, I feel like can I see you or I miss you, which also gives hearts, are a better way to go.
Nora Malakian.
Lastly, tell her dad to shove it. Nora likes that. Okay, let's go to scene 5, an empty cabin. Walk over to this fence behind the cabin for a moment of calm. Here, Swan will remember a conversation with Nora, and depending on how you answer, it shapes the conversation and the hearts. Options here will depend on earlier choices. Hopefully you have "you're not annoying" for a positive heart.
You're not annoying, Nora.
Then choose "I like you no matter what" if you had a high love score with Nora.
You know just what to say to a lady.
If you had a lower score, you can pick "I like that you're shameless," but I think you should go back to tape 1 and raise your score if you had that one, just in case, if you want first love. Okay, now scene 7 is Nora's big scene where you can really get going and solidify your love for each other. Almost, kind of, you need to do more later, but this is a big one.
Hi.
We'll start out in 2022 where you check on her outside.
Being with you guys, it's like I'm seeing ghosts.
First pick, "I see a new Nora."
You're not the same girl you were back then.
Then, depending on if you smoked with Nora or not in tape 1, you might have different options here. Answer either "why not" or "sure thanks" for a positive heart.
We still have one every now and then.
I don't love that you get positive hearts for choosing to smoke. Like, I feel like that shouldn't affect your relationship, but I also understand the reason it probably does is because her wife really put her down for smoking, and if Swan kind of does it, it like helps her kind of connect to her old self and have this connection point. I kind of get it, but I don't love that, to be honest.
Yeah.
Next, if you have a high score with Nora already, she'll say,
Did you miss me?
and you can answer "I miss our band" for a positive, but I'm thinking the "of course I missed you" will probably be a little bit better of a heart situation for this love path.
Of course I missed you.
Then, as Nora talks about Kat, wait, don't answer, hold off until she says this.
Mel always says I talk too much.
Then tell her she's not rambling.
You're not rambling. It's okay. Let it all out.
That one really connects you to, in my opinion. Again, it's like her wife seems to not be accepting who she is. And with Swan kind of saying like, "No, you're not doing this. I'm here to listen to you," kind of opens Nora up for more of a connection and a connection to herself too. Then she'll reminisce a bit, and depending on earlier choices, you might get different options. Pick either that you wish you could drive around or that you're surprised about the bar for positives there.
I think it might be time to go.
Then when she threatens to leave right here in this scene, she doesn't. She never does. But the only positives you can get are if you convince her to stay through drinking more or smoking more. So pick one of those.
You know me too well.
Okay, so now we get to go back to 1995. We're in Nora's garage, and there are a lot of required and optional hearts that you can get to really rack up your score. There's tons of checkpoints in this scene as well, which I'll talk about in the Tape 2 romance checkpoint video. It's too much to talk about here. You'll also see a lot of locked dialogue pop up if you choose to drink in 1995. Sometimes these flirty interactions give you points, which you think that they always would, but sometimes they don't. "You look sexy as hell" shows up, but it doesn't give you any hearts. But "it looks so hot" and "it looks so cool" do.
Right?
Next, optionally look at the makeup and pick "you look amazing" or "I did look good," depending on which one you have. Both give positives. Next, go over here and look at the bag of clothes.
You can try stuff on if you want.
Definitely put on some of Nora's clothes and then pick "I love it."
I love it.
It looks so hot on you.
Then go over to the music equipment. You should have "I want to see you play again," because that's what you get if you have a high Nora score. I'm not going to say it again. If you don't get this, go back. Okay, I said it again. Same here. If you go over to the present she got you and you don't have a heart box, what are you doing? Go back and raise the score. So feisty. Anyway, when you open it, pick either "wow, thanks babe," or if you drank in 95, you can hiccup and say "I'm blushing."
Oh, you're actually so cute.
Oh, and if you examine Kat's box, don't open it. But if you just examined it, just don't pick "did you get anything from Autumn," because that gives you a negative. All right, you're back on the couch now, and Nora says,
We gotta party.
if you drank in 95, pick "always." If you didn't, pick "we're always thinking the same thing." Both give you hearts. Then I'm happy to say in this case, you don't have to smoke with Nora to get hearts. It's just neutral, so do whatever you want here. Then you should have moved closer if your points are high enough. I'm not gonna get feisty this time.
I
really missed you
You can also pick lonely without you guys for a heart,
so much. Come here.
but I think it's probably better to pick move closer and you get that moment.
We'll be okay.
Okay, scene 8 continues with Nora.
Nora here, live on the scene.
Now, this infiltration scene in 95 absolutely affects what happens in 2022. If you fail the infiltration, Nora will actually leave the reunion, so you have to pass it no matter what. I have not seen this actually affect your 1995 score, which is interesting, but also makes sense because it's just a memory. And so, like, it happened regardless, and it's just your memory in 2022. But I'm getting ahead of myself. First, you're gonna automatically fail the first one, which brings you back to 2022. Make sure to pick You Were Never Stupid, Nora.
Thanks.
And then to pass the infiltration, make sure to pick the window on the right, hide behind the chair. You can then throw a lighter or ask for Kat's help. And then the most important one that I failed my first playthrough, stay in the shadows as Corey is moving along. You can fail a little bit and then tell Nora to either please stay or take Nora's hand for a heart.
Wait, please. Stay, Nora.
Oh, Swan.
She'll stay for a second choice then. Just don't stay silent because she's out of there then. Then, assuming you made it through correctly the first time or after this, Nora will say,
I can't believe you did that, Swan. You're my hero.
answer, we made a great team for a heart.
Team Swan and Nora. Or for short, Snora?
And Nora will say this if she's also feeling Swan, which she should be.
Snora. But we're not even in bed yet, baby.
Next up for Nora is scene 10, wishing on a star. First, it doesn't seem like telling Nora to keep the bracelet or that Kat's parents would have thrown it away makes a difference in your relationship with Nora, so do whatever you want there. But then Nora says,
What do we do?
your options will change depending on earlier game choices, but you'll get positive hearts for either Remember My Wish or We're Bound by Blood. But kissing her on the nose and more so kissing her on the lips seem like much better options, and you should absolutely have those options if your score is high enough here. So choose wisely for your love path with Nora.
Sorry. Bet it tastes like cigarettes.
Now, if Autumn doesn't show up here at all, you'll also get one more option with Nora. Again, assuming you have a high score, pick I'll Never Forget This. If Autumn does show up, I believe all of the points that are in the rest of this will be for Autumn. But this first one, you could say Nora was our decoy.
Nora tried to distract them so I could talk to her.
It's most likely for Autumn because she responds positively, but Nora would probably like it, so I would pick that one just in case if you're on the Nora path. Okay, scene 11, The Gathering. We start out in 2022, assuming that Nora is still here right now, and assuming that she says, let's finish this.
Let's finish this.
Which she should if you're following along and you're on this best Nora path. Pick either You're Strong or I'm Glad You're Here for the Hearts. And she should absolutely say that she's in love with Swan next.
Even if I always knew you were like my real gay awakening.
If not, just start over. I don't know what's going on, but you just gotta start over from tape 1, beginning of tape 1. Then after going back inside, Autumn will say,
Thanks, Nor, for not bailing on us.
answer, agreed. Thanks, Nor, for a heart.
It means a lot.
Then continue the conversation and say, I'd love to see you two again.
Next time we'll go to a spa or something.
Presumably for hearts for both of them. And finally, you go back to 1995 and all 4 friends are together again for the first time in tape 2, which of course makes it very difficult to figure out which hearts are dedicated to which person in both and maybe one and all that. But we're gonna do our best here.
Swan, back up.
Answering I'm fine is the only positive heart option.
The abyss won't hurt me.
But Autumn doesn't seem to like this comment.
You're talking like it's alive or something.
And Nora doesn't respond at all. And it feels kind of cat-like, so this point might actually go to Kat. I say just do that one just in case, because at least it's not a negative and the other ones are either neutral or negative. Next, if you have a high score with Kat, you can answer this is her favorite place for a heart. If your score is low with Kat, instead you'll have she couldn't be lost. This also gives you a heart and same thing. It could go to Nora or Kat, I'm not sure. Either way, these are the safest to pick. Okay, here we are in scene 14, The Coven. It's time. It's time to see all of your work. come to fruition right here. Well, at least in 1995, right here, right now, in a moment, actually. First, we have some other things to do.
Psych!
For Nora, it's hard to tell if she gets points so much after you get cat water and you all sit down. She joins in, so it seems likely. I think she does get points here, but I'm going to count these as maybes. If you get these options, choose I do it again. For definitely a positive for Kat and possibly for Nora and or Autumn. The other dialogue option here is negative, so I think this one's just safer.
I feel like we can do anything.
Next, if you get these options, choose I've been feeling weird too for, I believe, a positive for Nora because of the way the conversation was before and after.
Sometimes I can't tell if I'm sleeping or awake.
But if you get these options, pick I wish we could throw Corey's bike for a positive for Kat and possibly for Nora too, but a negative for Autumn.
Let's do it!
You can also pick the abyss did give us power for only a positive. This is likely for Kat and Nora. And now, the moment in 1995 we've all been waiting, or at least I've been waiting for again and again. If all went well, as the dancing begins, you should see the option to dance with Nora. If you don't see this option, I don't know what you've been doing, because you need just higher than a BFF. You need something more crush or first love at this point. And so that means if you don't see it, you're BFF or below. What have you been doing? So start over, just start over completely. Go back to the tape 1 romance score video and start over. So you should see the dance right here. Make sure to pick it. Don't ignore it. Don't dance alone, because if you do that, you cannot get that first love status at all. After you dance, you'll eventually get that option to kiss the person that you chose to dance with. Make sure to pick that as well, or you won't get that first love status either. And then, of course, kiss your love and get all giddy for this absolutely adorable first love teenage romancing moment. Assuming you followed along, you should now have the best 22 ending for Nora and the first love status in 1995. And of course, if you didn't get the results that I'm talking about here today, definitely let me know in the comments. It's possible there's some combinations I didn't try in testing. Okay, bye!